Yo, what up, guys? It is Thursday. Just got off of work. It's been a great day. It's hot out here in LA. I don't know how hot it was today. I think today was like, I don't know, 92 or 93. It was hotter yesterday, but it was still a hot day today. Got a lot done. Poured some concrete. I'm done till Tuesday, so I'm done. I'll be working around the house doing yard work. I'm gonna work on the motorcycle, not the motorcycle, on the Packard, my classic car. What else? Yard work and just cleaning up around the house. I'm glad you guys are enjoying my motovlog videos. Really means a lot. There'll be more coming up. I might do one tomorrow morning. So I'm still working on different angles, you know. So far I kind of like what I have right now. But I want one more angle somewhere in the front where you guys could really see everything I see, because I know the fairing kind of blocks the view a little bit, so you guys can see my hands and all that, and you guys see me, you know, doing my thing. That's cool, but there's another angle I want. I have a couple cameras, so I'm still messing with them, you know. I have one that faces me sometimes, and that's cool, but I really want you guys to see up ahead, see what I'm looking at. So we'll experiment, and we'll switch it up a little bit. Maybe I'll go back to what I have right now, the setup. But I'm still messing with it, tweaking it around a little bit. The more I do it, you know, they'll just get better and better the more I do it. So I really want to appreciate you guys' feedback. It means a lot, and I'm really glad you guys are enjoying the videos. Just a heads up. I'm not and I've told you guys before, so I just want to really make it clear. They're not tutorials. They're not how-to videos or anything like that. I'm just showing you guys what kind of like what I go through when I'm riding, or what we go through when we're riding. You know, for those guys that don't ride. I could touch on stuff that I do. Like if you guys have any questions, I could help you guys out. But I'm not an instructor by any means, you know, so I'm kind of afraid to give you guys information like that. I give you guys like obvious information, like as far as I don't remember what I put on the video, but you know, like be a defensive rider type of thing. I don't think I've talked about that, but that's a big plus. That's big. It's kind of like driving a car, really. I mean, a little bit more on the motorcycle. You really want to be a defensive rider. You always want to just assume at any moment, because it can happen. Somebody could just merge real fast, not see you, and you'll go flying. A car will hit you, and you're done, lights out. So that's something you always got to be aware of. And don't get upset when people don't move over for you to split lanes. Just do your thing. What I do a lot is, if you see the car there and another car right next to them, if they're real tied up and they don't move, open up for you, I just wait, slow down, chill, wait, and then eventually they'll one of them go faster than the other, or they'll move, you know. And just have patience. Don't get all pissed off, and you know, and just have patience. Because I'm telling you, sometimes, just like driving a car, like truck or your vehicle, sometimes you don't see that. It happens to me. Sometimes I'm just driving, and I don't mean to like not move over. I just, you know, I'm listening to music, I'm focused on the road, whatever, you know, and it happens. You know, sometimes you just don't see the motorcycle or hear them, especially motorcycles that are not loud. Some, you know, stock motorcycles, you don't hear them. Sometimes they don't see you, so don't get mad. Just take your time, and just, you know, that's how I split lanes. And it just, if you know, I don't go splitting going 90 miles per hour. I got the speed. I go a little bit faster, obviously, than the speed of traffic, because there's traffic. So of course I got to go a little bit faster because I'm trying to go through. But I'm not going 80 when everybody's going 30. I'll go just a little bit faster where it's safe enough to pass them, but not going at their speed. Of course, I don't want to be side by side. You know, I'm just trying to pass through. Thank you, and moving on to the next car. The more you do it, the better you get. I remember when I first started splitting lanes, I would think about it a lot. I would get real tense, and I was always just like, shoot, just, you know. I made a lot of mistakes. I've had a lot of close calls splitting lanes, especially when I first started. Over the years, I just got better. I don't want to say it I do without thinking, because you still got to be on edge and really just concentrating. But you just get better. You make smarter decisions. There was times when it happened to me where I'm like stuck in between these two, like a big old bus and like, some big old dually or something, and there was times where I would just go and trying to freaking go through, and then I'm caught. Oh shoot, I'm like, oh shoot, and just to avoid that, now I just wait for the right opportunity. Or if you're gonna have a split second, because you just time everything. I gun it and I take off real quick just to go in front of that car, because I already know if I wait too long, they're gonna do the side by side thing, and I don't want to be right in the middle. I don't want to be sandwiched between two big vehicles. So there's those things that you'll get better at. Back then I used to have my fishtails in the back. I'm right there screaming, rah, 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 revving my bike. I don't do all that. I'll rev a little bit, just sometimes, like, vroom, vroom, and then I go, but I'm not revving the entire stretch of splitting lanes. I used to. I don't do that anymore. Like I said, you don't have to. After a while, you learn and you get better, and you don't have to do all that. Especially if you're splitting lanes in a group. Everybody hears the rumble. There's however many bikes, even if it's just two bikes, it's just so much louder. You don't have to be going all crazy. They hear you. And if they don't move over, that's because they don't want to. Then you got to make the decision on what you're going to do. I hope all that information is helpful for you guys that are starting to ride. Because riding, I'm telling you guys, riding can be very therapeutic. There's nothing like it. It could be an amazing thing. There's going to be a fear in you, maybe. I can't speak on everybody. Everybody's different. I had somewhat of a fear. Like, it's normal, I guess. You just fight through it. I do know one guy that he bought a bike, and he was always kind of afraid of riding. He financed it and everything, and I rode his bike. I went with him on his car, and he had his permits. I thought he was going to ride his bike over back to his pad, and he signed all the paperwork. He signed the dotted lines at the dealership, and I'm like, all right, cool, man. I guess I'll meet you at your house, because I'm not going to keep up. He's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, well, the motorcycle goes a lot faster. Aren't you riding your bike? He goes, nah, I thought you were going to ride it. And I was like, it was daytime. It wasn't dark. And I'm like, well, I thought I was riding I thought I was going to ride your car back, man. He goes, no. I asked you to come with me so that way you could ride my bike. And I'm like, really? I'm like, oh, shoot. I was like, oh, wow. I mean, yeah, if that's what you want. I mean, I don't care. I'll ride it, but are you sure? I mean, you want me to ride your new bike? You want me to be the first one? You want me to be the first one to ride it? I was like, that's your new bike, man. If it was my bike, I'd want to be the first one to ride it. Not some other dude. He goes, no, all right, cool, whatever. So I rode it to his house, and then once we were there, I put it towards the back in reverse. I got off. I'm like, cool, man. I think it has a lot of power. It was back in like, I don't remember, like 2007 or 2008. It was a rocker. I don't know if you guys remember that, a Harley Davidson rocker. It was a soft tail, kind of like a chopper with a fat tire in the back. I forgot what size tire, but it was a fat tire in the back. It was cool. It was a cool looking bike. It's pretty cool if you're into that style. It's not my kind of style, but it's cool. Anyway, so I'm like, all right, get off the bike, and I tell him, hey man, well, go for it, man. Take your bike around the block. Take it for a spin. And he's like, nah, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to ride it right now. I don't feel like riding. Let's go to the bar. Let's go get something to eat or whatever, something to eat and have a beer or whatever. And I'm like, well, just ride it, dude. Ride it around the block real quick. And I think I had my bike at his house, and I'm like, well, let's ride to the bar or to go get something to eat. Well, let's ride together, man. I'll ride with you. No, just you can ride your bike. I'll just follow you in the car. I'm like, Like, dude, you just got a bike, bro. Like aren't you excited? That was a Saturday. So Friday, the day before, it was myself and like 4 or 5 other bikes. We're all friends, and we're all gonna ride to like Buffalo Wild Wings or somewhere. We're all gonna ride together, or Hooters or some. We went somewhere to go eat some wings, and we're gonna meet up at somebody's house. And he was right there with his car. So we're like, all right, cool, man. So we go, and he followed us, 4 or 5 bikes, and in a car in the back. And we get there, and he was like, dude, that was so cool. You guys, man, I wanted to be a part of that group. He was just like just blown away about how cool it was and all that, you know. You know, us, we do it all the time. We don't even think about it. Like I used to be like, oh man, trying to capture every moment of the group riding together. Now you just do it and get there, and all right, cool, you know. The next day, that morning, that's when he called me up to go with them. He said, hey man, you want to go with me? I want to go buy a bike. So I'm thinking, yeah, I'll go with you. But I thought to drive his car back and to help him pick one out. Maybe he wanted, like, because that was back in like 2007, 2008, whatever, 09, something like that. 2008. I was already like, I've been riding since like 2002, 2001, something like that. So I already had like a couple years under my belt. Fast forward about a year later, he ended up no, it wasn't a year later. He went a couple years, and then he just got rid of it. I don't know what he did. I don't know if somebody took over payments. I don't know if he paid it off, sold it. I don't know, but he got rid of it. But he was making payments on that thing for a couple of years. You know, he financed it from the dealership and all that. And so that's all I always say, you know, that guy. So the reason he didn't ride it is because of that fear. Because there is a fear, and you just got to push through it. But it's not for everybody. Riding isn't for everybody. So that's all I always say, you know, if you're in the market, or if you're thinking about it, or looking into bikes. I've never rented one, but maybe you want to rent one, or I don't know about borrow a bike, because unless you're really cool with that person or family, I don't know too many people that'll just lend you the bike. But that's I always recommend renting one. Take the course, take one of those community college courses that they have, and see if that's for you. I guess you'll know right away, you know, if that's for you, being on one. You'll know, like, you know what, screw that, I don't want to be on this thing. Or buy a cheap one. I've always to this day, I've always bought cheap bikes. Not cheap like trash, but inexpensive bikes. So sometimes I'll have a budget. Sometimes I'll be like, you know what, I'm not going to spend more than $6,000. My Road King, my 2004 that I had, I got it for, what did I get it for? I got it for like $6,500, $6,300, something like that. It was stock. It had like 12 or 13,000. No, it had like 8,000 miles. It was by some older dude. You know, he didn't want it. He just wanted to get rid of it. All right, and I bought it and I took it. 2004, I bought it like in 2016 or 2017, something like that. And I ended up dropping another like $2,000 or 2,500 on rims and all that, you know, system and the ape hangers and all that. But it was still a very reliable bike. That thing never left me. I've had choppers, bobbers, all that, man. I've ridden all kinds of stuff. I've had a Yamaha, different bikes, but all of them were like really cheap, really couple thousand. The Honda I had, I just wanted to ride, and I knew I was gonna just kind of modify it and sell it. That thing I sold for, I got for like $2,000 or $1,800 or something like that. I mean, it was a long time ago. It was a '99. That was a long time ago, but I got it for real cheap, and I sold it for like $4,000, $4,500. That bike, I sold it on a Saturday, and I already knew like what I was gonna do with that money. You know, I've always been, you guys know that, I've always been willing and dealing. You know, that's just the way I move. That one, I sold it for $4,500, and I sold it, and right away I picked up my buddy. Boom, we went to like Temecula, which is like, I don't remember we're like an hour away. We went out there and I bought a basket case. I bought a chopper. Beefed out, bored out engine, bad engine, real good, badass engine, like badass engine. And a 6-speed tranny, primary, open primary. I forgot the name of the belt drive company, the belt. But it was really cool setup. It was fast, dude, fast bike. It was, I mean, it was all in, it was a basket case. Everything was a rolling chassis, but everything was in a basket. I put it all together. Anyway, with that money, I went to Temecula and right away, I had to put on, threw the chassis in the back, all the parts, tied it down. Me and my buddy took off. That was like at 7 p.m. I get a call that same day. I get a call from that guy, the guy that bought the Honda. And he's like, hey, what's up? I'm like, hey, what's up, man? He joined the bike. And he goes, well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I'm like, well, what's up? And he goes, well, I was just wondering if you'd take the money back. And I'm like, what do you mean? Why? What happened? And he goes, well, you know, I gave you $4,500 bucks, bro, and I've been seeing a lot of Harleys for $4,500, you know, or close to. It's like I could have just saved up another $1,000. I could have just gotten the real thing, like the real Harley. And I'm like, you know, like, well, yeah, but I mean, you wanted the Honda. You bought the Honda, bro. Like, so you don't want your money back? I was like, no. And as a matter of fact, I don't have it anymore, dude. I was like, I don't have it, dude. Like, I already bought a bunch of parts. I'll buy it off you. He's like, oh really? You'll buy it off me? I was like, for like $1,500. He's all, oh, that's messed up, man. No, that ain't cool. Really? $1,500? Yeah, maybe like $1,800, something like that. No more than $2,000, maybe $2,000. That's the most I can give you for it. I'll buy it off you tonight. If you want, I can drop this off. I'll buy it off you right away, right now. He goes, no, let me just see if I can sell it. I'm like, all right, well, whatever. Good luck. And he never called me back after that. If he did, I didn't answer. I don't remember. But that was like in 2009 or 10 or something like that, or 2008. I don't remember. It was or 7 or 6. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. But my point is, you could get a bike for real cheap. If I wasn't a beginner rider when I bought that. I bought it knowing that I'm gonna fix it up and sell it. I just enjoyed it while I had it. You know, like this truck. I fixed it up. It's not fixed up, but it runs good. I fixed it up, like under the hood, fixed up, and it runs really well. It's reliable. So it's a cool truck. I showed you guys in the video. It's a cool truck. Whatever, good enough for me. Maybe in a year, I'll want a Jeep again, and I'll sell it, and there I go with the Jeep. But I buy cheap, sell high. Like this, I'll try to get as much as I can. I don't know what it's worth, but trust me, I'll try to squeeze as much money as I can out of this thing. And then I'll buy a Jeep for like $5,000, $4,000, and enjoy that and try to sell it for $7,000. But anyways, guys, you guys are starting to ride or looking into it, look at OfferUp, Craigslist, Marketplace, any of that stuff, and you'll find the deal. The deals are there. You just gotta look and lowball. I mean, it sucks, and I hate when it happens to me, but it's part of the game. I get lowball all the time. I'm trying to sell something. I'll ask for $500. They'll offer me $75. You know, hey, you know, I don't get mad. It's just, well, I kind of do sometimes, but you understand, you know, it's like, because I do the same thing, you know, I mean, oh yeah, I got this 2005 Softail Heritage with 30,000 miles, and they're asking for $13,000, you know, and it's all hooked up, and I'll offer $7,000 or $6,000, or else sometimes I'll offer $5,000. Hey, bro, I know your bike's been sitting there for a while. I just want to see if you were interested in buying a bike. I mean, selling the bike to me. I can help you out, man, but I'm at $5,000. Just want to see if that's something you can work with. Or they'll shoot back sometimes like hell no, man, you're crazy, or sometimes they'll be like, no, well, you know what, $8,000 is the lowest I'll go. Shoot, well, you know what, if I borrow some money, can you meet me at $7,000? Yeah, okay, you can come up with $7,000? Yeah, come up with $7,000. All right, cool. And boom, I'll get it for $7,000. So stuff like that, that's just how I do it. But you kind of gotta be a jerk, you know. But I mean, it's business, you know. I mean, you just gotta be honest. But it's just a matter, like, I won't sell something that doesn't work and hide it. Like I won't disconnect the battery and hope this guy doesn't bring a scanner and just drive off with the truck, and you know, a few days later or a couple of hours later he get the call. Like I don't do that. If something's wrong with it, I try to fix it. If I can't fix it, I have sold stuff that like I've had a Jeep Wrangler that didn't work, and you know, but I was honest about it. Hey man, this is what's wrong with it. It has a misfire cylinder number 6. It has low compression. That's why I'm selling it for so cheap. But it's still, I mean, it's still a good Jeep. Other than that, this thing is bulletproof, guys. So I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I don't hide stuff. I'm honest about everything. I do sell high though. I'll sell it cheap, below market, but I don't give stuff away either. I'm not a dummy. So, but it's like that's different though. Hey man, somebody buys something high, something wrong with it, they know what's wrong with it. That's their problem. I'm giving you guys all my secrets. Anyways, guys, it's a long video already. I don't like doing very long videos, so I hope you guys are having a great day. And I'm pretty sure the next video will be a moto vlog video. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. You guys be safe out there. For those of you guys that ride, those of you guys that don't ride, you guys need to ride. All right? Peace out, guys. Bye-bye.